Okay, great, Juan. Thank you very much for talking to us. Appreciate
yeah.
it. First things I got to ask. You mentioned that you had caught COVID-19, and this was during the weight cut. What was the experience like getting COVID-19? Just were you extra worried because you were cutting weight for that, for what was supposed to be the 135 fight?
Yeah, I was 4th of July weekend, I got done training. Saturday was done, and I don't think it was that weekend I caught it. I think it was a couple days before because they said you don't catch symptoms till later. But I was making the descent 153, was ready to go, was like, okay, now I'm starting to build my peak phase in my training. My coach wrote me and said, hey, be careful, COVID's close around us, just watch your circle who you're around with. And I was like, well, coach, I kind of feel sick. And he was like, okay, well, let's see how tomorrow plays out. And ended up having COVID. And, it was one of the scariest experiences, because the news media just puts so much influence on, like, this is scary, this is deadly, this is going to kill you, don't get this and that. And it frightens you, especially if you have kids and family members that have underlying issues. But, so we reached out to some doctors out there. Dr. Bennett was very knowledgeable about this virus and was able to help me out throughout a time of need because my immune system was compromised, cutting the weight down to 135 in such a rush, trying to do it in 5 weeks instead of the 11 weeks that I wish I would have had. But now feeling better, I had the 11 weeks and I'm ready to go off this.
Mm-hmm. And with this fight coming up, I'm just curious, were you worried at all about recatching COVID by any chance, or did you take extra measures to make sure that nothing like that would happen?
Yeah, I took extra measures. Dr. Bennett was able to have a preventative for it as well. And so we kept training and, build up the antibodies for it. Now I'm ready to go.
And so, yeah, just tell us about your thoughts on Patchy Mix. I know he's been talking trash on social media, but you don't really talk trash a lot, except when necessary. What are your thoughts on him as a fighter and just this fight coming up?
Yeah, Patchy Mix, he's a young up-and-coming guy who's solidified himself, who has a 24-fight win streak, counting his amateur record. He's a gamed opponent, the best 135-pounder we have right now on the roster, the most momentum going into this fight, and that's when I like to fight guys at their best, so there's no excuses after I beat them. I had this or that. You're the best of your ability right now. We're going to go out there, put on a performance of the year, and definitely going to take this title home and back to Spain and place it in front of the king and queen's feet.
You still want to go to 145 if you win this title, or are you going to just stick to 135?
Yeah, man, I'm a guy that takes opportunity, that walks through opportunity's doors whenever it comes knocking, and the best opportunity opponent that makes sense and put on the great performance that people want to tune in and watch me fight, whether it be 155, 145, 135, I'm game for all those weight classes. I've proven it time and time again.
Okay, and with Horiguchi, looks like he might get the next shot depending on who wins this fight. Is that something you want? Would you be willing to face him, or also is the option is Rizin also an option? Would you like to fight in Rizin by any chance for that 135 title?
Well, I know Scott Coker right now said that Horiguchi has the possibility of getting the next title to fight whoever wins this fight, and I'm excited for it because that's a matchup that excites me and solidifies my career as fighting great opponents, and Horiguchi brings that, and I know he's going to be rebounding back off his knee injury, and if he's ready to go, he'll be the first one to defend it against, and if not, it'll be Sergio Pettis.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Juan. Good luck in your fight.
Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
What up, dude? How you doing? You done for the day?
No, I think I got it.